Welcome to this YouTube on making strawberry freezer jam. I'm Judy Knudsen, Family Living Educator with the Brown County UW Extension Office. Making freezer jams and jellies is a great way to capture summer's bounty of produce and to be able to preserve to enjoy throughout the year. Freezer jams and jellies are easy to make. On the positive side, they don't require any cooking, so you have less time at the stove, more time to do other sorts of things. They also are brighter in color and have more of a fresh fruit flavor. On the negative side, the set of freezer jams and jellies is not as firm as what we would see with the cooked jam or jelly products. In order to begin the process, what you need to do is to assemble the ingredients and the supplies you need prior to starting to make the freezer jam or jelly. With the strawberry freezer jam that we're going to make today, what I did is I took strawberries, washed them, hulled them, sliced them, and I crushed them. And what you need are 2 cups of crushed berries. You also need to measure out 4 cups of sugar, and this needs to be an exact measurement, so be careful when you measure. We also are going to use 2 tablespoons of lemon juice as well as a package of liquid fruit pectin. And when you're making jams or jellies, whether they're the freezer variety or the cooked kind, do not substitute jams or substitute the pectin. If it calls for liquid pectin, that's what you need to use. If it calls for the powdered pectin, please use that. Also, too, do not reduce the amount of sugar called for in the recipe, increase the amount of fruit, or add anything else because it will impact the set. Also, many of the freezer jams and jelly recipes do call for added water. This recipe does not. To save time and to make things go more smoothly when you're making freezer jam or jelly, assemble the necessary equipment that you need prior to starting. And certainly we've already got the ingredients measured into the mixing bowls, but other things that you're going to need are freezer containers with tight-fitting lids, or you can use jelly jars to put the product in before you put it in the freezer. You'll need a funnel if you're going to use the jars to make certain that the product goes directly into the jar and not down the sides. You'll also need a timer, a whisk or a spoon, and certainly a pair of scissors or a knife in order to open the liquid pectin pouch. The first thing that you need to do after everything's assembled and the ingredients are pre-measured is to go ahead and wash either your freezer containers or your jelly or jam jars so that they're clean prior to putting the finished product in them. So we're going to go ahead now and just wash these items. And then we'll just set them on a towel and let them air dry. Following the washing of the plastic containers or your jelly jars, what we're going to do is we're going to take the crushed strawberries, the 2 cups, and we're going to add it to the 4 cups of sugar. And what you're going to do is just stir these 2 mixtures together. And you want to make certain that you have incorporated the sugar into the strawberries so that it can then set for a period of time, and the strawberries will continue to juice a little bit. So this looks like it's well incorporated. What we're going to do is we're going to set our timer for 10 seconds, or 10 minutes, I'm sorry, and we're just going to let this mixture sit here. The next step in the process is to take the 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, put them in a bowl, and then to the lemon juice we're going to add the liquid pectin. And I find that the easiest thing to do is just to cut across the top of the pectin package and just to squeeze the liquid pectin out. And then what you'll want to do is just mix the lemon juice and the pectin together. And then we're going to add this mixture to the sugar and the strawberries that have been sitting for the 10 minutes. And what I'm going to do is to start stirring this mixture, and it's going to need to be stirred continuously for 3 minutes. So it's a good idea to set your timer so you don't lose track of time. Once the 3 minutes are up and you're done stirring the pectin mixture with the strawberries and sugar, what you need to do now is to fill the jars. And I find it is really helpful to use my canning funnel even when filling these small jelly and jam jars. And what we're going to do is to take this mixture, and I'm going to use a measuring spoon, and I find that that works really well to fill the jars. And you'll want to get the jar as close as you can to the bowl. And we're going to go ahead and fill the jar, but you don't want to fill it all the way to the top. And the reason for that is that you do need some expansion space. When this product starts to freeze, it's going to expand. So you certainly can leave an inch to a half inch to an inch so that there is expansion space for this jelly product. It is a good idea to check the top of the jars. It's not as critical as if you were going to put them in a water bath canner or a pressure canner. But if you do have any little bits of jam or jelly at the top, go ahead, wipe those off. And then you certainly can then screw on your lid. And what you want to do now is to let this set for 24 hours on your countertop, because this product needs to set before you put it in the freezer. If I would take this product now and immediately put it in the freezer, what's going to happen is that it's not going to set, and it will take about 24 hours for this product to set or to become firm on the counter, and then you can put it in the freezer for a long time storage, or if you want, you can put it in the refrigerator and use it within about 3 weeks. If you're going to put this product in the freezer, one of the good things that you will want to do is to take a little label. And oftentimes when you buy jam and jelly jars, you'll get little labels. And I'm just going to label this as strawberry jam. And I'm going to date it of May 2010. I will then go ahead, before I put it in the freezer, and put the label on it so that I know what the product is and how long that it's been in the freezer. Because it's easy to put things in the freezer and forget how long they've been there, and then you wonder, is this still good to eat or not? So labeling your jellied and jam products before you put them in the freezer is a great thing to do.